Welcome guys, this is our yard in Sterling Heights. Spent about 5 months over here really trying to map this place out and move our company roughly a mile down the road. Little did I know, it took a lot longer than what I expected, and there's a lot more work involved than what I anticipated. Let's take a look around. We're in the back of the yard right now, so we'd be considered on the south side of the property. And what we have here is, this is essentially our yard where we're gonna hold all of our bulk materials, our brick pavers, pretty much everything. And we're gonna park back here as well. So really cool area, built all these beautiful bin blocks. And if you notice how big they are, we plan on holding quite a bit of material. That's going to be our 2NS pile, which is our angular sand. This is going to be our 21 AA. That's going to be our topsoil, our dirt that we convert into topsoil and recycle into topsoil. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then also how you can repurpose gravel and excess concrete that we have as well. A lot of guys are having to get rid of, and again, we'll talk about that. That's where that 21 AA is. That second bin right there is where we're gonna sort. So we're gonna basically take the concrete and separate it from the dirt so we get a more clean, crushed concrete. As you see here, this is all based in. The reason we did brick over here real quick is because of using sand, I don't wanna lose the sand in the fines in the ground, so we wanted to put it on a flatter surface. So that's why we brick. You could have poured concrete there, you could have done just about everything, but obviously I'm in the brick paver business and that's the majority of what we do. So we obviously like to test our new theories and systems on how we're gonna install these large vehicular projects. Like for instance, this one will have 120-30,000 pounds. Let's walk over here real quick just to tell you how we built it. And again, we're gonna see how it holds up. So what we did was we did a double block foundation. So we got 160 pounds of block buried underneath here all the way across. And these pavers are adhered to it. So when a semi backs up and drops your 2NS sand here, it'll be here and they'll be able to push it out and we're not gonna lose that material. Here's Amanda. So yeah, it's definitely an operation that we took this building over in October, and again, I had no clue what it would entail, but everyone here, the whole team put all of this together, painted. We did a new roof over here to match the front of the roof. There was a lot of thought in this facility. This is a little cool story. That was dropped off to us 2 days ago. See those huge beams? Those precast beams? They're monsters. So a company out of Windsor, they wanted to recycle these because anything that wasn't passing quality control, they wanted to be able to recycle these and not have to discard them. And you see how they're broken and stress cracked. So what do you do with this type of material? It's defective. So do you got to pay to haul and get it away? Well, we had shown them our MB crusher and we started crushing these things as a demolition. They brought them here for us and we demoed them and it chewed it all up right away, which is right over there. You'll see the tensile, because these are what they build bridges with. Really cool application, but you have something that's defective, how do you get rid of it? And this is a great thing that we'll be able to get rid of and turn this trash, if you will, into treasure. Again, this is our dirt pile that we'll be separating with our sifter. But it's gonna make us be a lot more organized, and I think that's it's important because we've operated out of such a small space that it allows us to have more flexibility. It allows us to spread out a little bit. And when you're so congested, you know, anybody, we were at a certain point where we couldn't do anything else. And now I'm already seeing this space fill up and honestly, I don't even know if it's gonna be enough. I don't. I mean, if you look at this place, it's like we still have more than 3/4 of the yard to move over here. And look at how much brick we got already. On solid ground. This is all going to be packed down. We just had to build this and get these filled, and then it'll be like that ground. It's just when we're tearing this area up to build, we didn't run that big plate compactor over and wet it yet. So yeah, here's actually that that material we crushed for them. How cool that we were able to take those huge pieces, and then just to show you how reinforced, when people ask about reinforced concrete, there's absolutely nothing more reinforced than a tensile strength. No rebar, nothing. This is all engineered. So this is to pull a bridge. This is to do some crazy stuff to keep this thing solid. And it's different than just a piece of rebar. I mean, if you see this thing, it's not only strong, but it's all intertwined. So it has the capability of flexing, which is unbelievable. That's why the bridges last as long as they last, but we can crush that too. It's just pretty cool. Yeah, we crushed quite a few of those. So over here is again where our inventory, our company's personal inventory will be. So that brick will be placed from retaining wall, color, manufacturer, and then also brick. And what we're doing, it's kind of cool, you'll see it when it's done, is we're utilizing our foundation support block pad. This is super cool. Not very many people do this, but there's a block underneath here. That's how we'll build a patio that has a steep incline, is we'll bury these block and then glue that there. And then this, what it'll do, because this is gonna be gravel, we're gonna paint these lines so we have a really good organization of what this is, because this paint's all gonna go away. I mean, so that's the hard part, is when you're painting and you're not working on a cement surface. Now we do have a cement surface, and each one of these little cavities you'll see will be lettered and numbered. So this type of retaining wall, the yard guy will know this one goes here, this color goes here, and then we'll be able to really keep a better, accurate inventory of what we have, so we're not ordering material that we already have. And we can also see discrepancies in material before it goes out a little bit better as well. So this is the back part of the yard. This is where the action takes place. And another cool part of this is everything that you see here done is done by somebody who works directly for PMS. So everything here, except obviously the electrical, but all of this stuff that we're building, that's what a deep bench we have. We just have some unbelievable talent here, and everybody knows how to do something very, very well. They've all been retrained to do brick, but they all came from a different place. Let me open some doors here. Give me just a second. Can't fit my butt through here. Once I get one open, it'll be easy. Wow. Well, there's a ton of equipment in here, and I'll let you take a peek. So at our other place, that's still going to do all the mechanical stuff, the maintenance and what have you. And then once it has a green tag, that means it's been maintained. It went in for service, then it's been maintained, and then it comes back here. So all this equipment, there's more on the other side, will then flip over to the other building when it needs maintenance, whatever it needs, and then come back here, so it's out for the guys to be able to utilize the equipment on the projects. Yeah, I can't get back there, so I guess I could. I can climb over. You know what? I'll climb over. Why not? Maybe it'll be entertaining. You'll see me fall. This is ludicrous. We're already out of space, Amanda. Unbelievable. Woo! I did almost trip, as promised. But wait, there's more. So I'm gonna open the other. You probably won't be able to get through here, but you'll be able to see the other side when I open it up. And again, some more equipment, and we're starting to get our inventory in check for our drainage and things like that. So when we get the guys out in the morning, we'll have nice inventory for them to go so they don't have to go to like Home Depot and pick up stuff that they should already have. So we're moving more in the northerly direction. Again, more equipment. I'm not 100% certain what we're gonna be doing with this area, but the next shoot, you'll obviously see what we've done here. We've put some of our specialty walls and some of the trailers that still need to be built out. These are new trailers, but they need a build out for us so we can still fit our equipment and then hang all of our tools. So we're gonna start walking this way. We can sing our ABCs on the way down here. Yeah, so that's a really good question. I would have probably pointed them the other way, but what's done is done. I still think we can read it, but yes, it would have been probably better to face the A out that way. So what these are, they're gonna hold some things that we're possibly talking about. We'll get into that in a little bit, but all these crazy lines from A to Z and then AB, AC, AD, you'll notice all these lines on the parking lot. Not quite ready to talk about that, but I would say within another week and a half, 2 weeks, you'll get to see what it is. This is the inside. Obviously, we still got a lot of detail work to do. We need to move in our furniture. Schedulers need to move in here, but we've gotten the construction phase done. Now we just have to clean it. We have to acid wash this bluestone, which is going to be tricky because if you notice, it all pitches towards this floor, and this floor is polished, so it's not actually sealed, or there's not a protectant on here. So I have to acid wash this floor, or I should say the guys do, without getting the acid onto here. So hopefully this metal barrier will help a little bit, but they're gonna have to really acid wash this by hand. So it's gonna be a little tricky in here, and that's why we've moved a little slower, just because we've had other things that we've had to do. But this acid wash for this floor will be done by hand so we don't damage this floor, and then we'll clean everything and bring everything in, really do a deep cleaning in here and be ready to roll. So really excited about it. I don't know if you see the little emblem in our name, but that was something that I actually got to be a part of. So I did this floor with my buddy from GT Decorative Concrete, and he does floor polishing. So a huge favor that he did with me, because I did not think we could save this concrete, and we were able to save it. So not only did we save it, but it really ties everything in here. So cool. We'll go back outside. I want to get rid of that pineapple too. I don't know why that's there. No, absolutely not. It's exactly what I'm talking about. You want me to show you over here too? Okay. Yeah, so this is where the scheduling is going to be. Lot goes on here, and what Amanda's doing as well is we're trying to be able to mimic this scheduling board digitally, so everyone can see the scheduling board that's supposed to see it. But also, they're not able to touch a scheduling board. It would only be able to be touched by the people that are actually running the physical board. Now, this board is all slotted in here. A little bit different than the way we have it in the other building, but for our physical tags, it just seems really easy to be able to use this. And if we run out of space here, then it obviously continues, so we can maybe make these jobs on deck and those ones are going. So haven't quite figured out how we're gonna actually do it here, but it's gonna be super sweet. It's just a matter of seeing what fits best when we're here. So a lot of uncertainty, but a lot of exciting things happening. Schedulers will be here. This is where you go when you're bad. We put you in timeout. No, I'm kidding. This is just storage. So lockers will be in here for the guys in the uniform. So I didn't paint or do anything crazy in here because it's just going to get destroyed from the lockers banging into the walls. So this will just be lockers and storage. And again, storage up top, nothing crazy. And then here will be an office that Dina and I will share along with, but it's mostly going to be a conference table where we can have meetings and have meetings inside of here in private. That'll be gone. We're just going to get rid of that. But so yeah, this will be a nice conference table for us to meet and sit in private when needed. We look up here. This is the front counter space. This is a future project for us. So this eventually will be a counter where we're going to be able to service people. I don't know in what capacity, but eventually that's what that will be, as a service counter, whether we're selling goods and services or whatever we're doing here. But I really don't want to unveil that right now, but that's eventually going to have a role here. I don't know if it's going to have a role here this year. Who knows? I might sit up there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Let's head outside. Small building, big property, complete opposite from what we had or what we have currently, where we have big property on small land. So this property just fit exactly what we were trying to do perfectly. Oaks and a lot of the great manufacturers that we deal with had helped us out with some of this stuff, just to patch some stuff in to make it functional. So this is just a good way to continue operating your business without having to shut it down for 14 days while your concrete cures. So this was just something to get us by and make it look aesthetically pleasing. So it's kind of a work that you try to make look artful and pleasant to the eye. Now, you remember what we talked about earlier with crushing those balusters. This is one of the pieces that we represent as a company, PMS, which is called MB. Great company. They're all made in Italy. They're sold in 5 continents. Just one of the best machines ever. And this is the L200. So this is a fairly larger unit for a skid steer. Now you can get a way bigger unit on a really big excavator. What makes this different than, you know, your typical crushers or the competition? A lot of the competition will have like a bar with knobs and it spins and that's how it crushes, which those are great. I'm not going to say anything bad about those, but eventually that wears down, those knobs, and those knobs are really expensive to put like bits on them without wearing them down. And if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, or you're just crushing because you have to get things done, you're going to destroy those things and you're not going to be able to put the bits back in, which are expensive. This machine, why I love it, is it's super simple. You definitely need a high flow machine to run a unit like this, which most machines are starting to come with. But essentially this is 2 plates, and the amount of pressure these 2 plates move with, it literally just crushes. So there's nothing, the only thing that you can really damage on this is there's a belt. So maintenance on this is almost nothing. When you look at the inside of this, it'll really give you an idea. We were making some bigger stone for the parking lot, so we had opened it up, but we can close it and make smaller stone. So you scoop it up through here, turn it, and the machine does this. And then you're taking your broken concrete or what have you and turning that into a 21AA crushed concrete, road gravel or what have you, and you make a really clean material with this as well. So we represent MB. If anybody's interested in knowing a little bit more about MB, we are the only dealer, we're the dealer for Michigan, but we're one of the only dealers in the country that do live demos, free live demos. So if you have a material that you need, that you think you're getting rid of, and you want to turn that into something that you don't have to throw away, reach out and we can absolutely set up a live demo for you. We'd love to do that. Keep walking towards the front. You're gonna see, again, a bunch of lines. I don't know what it all means. H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P, we could probably sing it. And then over there, the same thing. The way the yard is gonna function, obviously being right off Mound Road, is we had to have arrows. So this is how we're gonna do it. If you're here to deliver material, you will deliver it straight down, be unloaded, turn around through the front and drive out. If you're coming in empty to pick up material, pickups, we're gonna have you go this way. And the reason being is I want the heavier load on the concrete. So that's why we're gonna make it, deliveries will come through this way and pickups are gonna come through this way. So you're empty when you're picking up and doing the turnaround, you're loaded, and then you pull right out, right onto Mound Road. So the ease of access for our clients is gonna be great because, you know, Mound is now 8 lanes, 4 lanes divided each way. So you're gonna be able to have a centerpiece of a place that you can come in, and it's very, very organized, so you'll be able to get your people in and out of here really, really quickly, which is important, I think, for business owners and getting back to the job site. Got a fire truck over here. I don't even know what we're gonna do with that, but there's gonna be a plan for that. I'm waiting on Amanda's ideas. So we're coming from, again, here. Again, if you're picking up material, you're gonna drive through here. Obviously that fire truck will be moved and you're just gonna do a loop around. Delivering material, you're gonna go this way and do the turnaround here and drive out. This is our little fortress. So once we get out here, this is going to be for client parking, employee parking, and then all of this as well will be for employee parking here. We have blocked that off for the time being because I haven't figured out a safe way for cars to come through while trucks come this way. These trucks won't be able to see the cars. So what I'm worried about is somebody being injured. So I've blocked our other entranceway because I have not thought of a way to make this safe, because a lot of people will come off Mound and they whip around here. Well, when you have a truck, you know, carrying a substantial amount of weight and they can't even see who's coming this way and they're speeding, I want to try to prevent some accidents from happening. So that's why we did that. So this is Mound Road. What time is it? 11 o'clock. But by 5 o'clock, this is insane how busy this is. So this is the front of the property. And again, for our people, all our co-workers, we'll be parking here. So the yard will be a fully open space for us to operate out of, along with servicing our customers. So we're not gonna have a lot of the obstacles that we've had at our other facility with parking and just really space management. We've been so condensed that it's made it difficult to come in and out of our buildings for drivers. I mean, it's unbelievable to have all this space now. So and our property goes, if you follow all that wall all the way down, it roughly goes another 30 feet past there, and then again all the way back. These columns are gonna come out, so we're gonna get rid of this. Again, we got another pineapple, that's gotta go. Don't quite understand that, but so we're gonna get rid of all of this here. This sign might have, you know, instructions. Plan is to either have LEDs up on this wall to show who we're representing, manufacturers, who our partners are. So this will be a nice little wall to show who our affiliations are with, and that's kind of what I vision this place being, is a partnership with a lot of different people. Sign is our temporary sign until it's essentially going to be the same size, but I'd like the screen to be a little bit bigger not much because of the way it sits. So we'll be able to have messages that we can put up there, whether it be scripture or whether it be a deal that we're having or something. So something that we can communicate to our drivers what's going on in the day-to-day of PMS. So yeah, this is our temporary sign. Look at this, it's an open highway. I love it. I absolutely, this is it's a crazy thing because I've been a customer of this existing place since I started my business in 1999. I've always looked at this yard and said, wow, you know, the potential, what could you do? So now we have it. So it's kind of a surreal moment. But you will see us operate out of here this year, and I'm really excited. Everything's coming soon, and thank you for bearing with us here. Have a great day.